but our orders, we were getting 30, 40, 50 episode orders. Each season had dozens of episodes. So they were long seasons. And so we were tasked with finding new stories, and they had to be fresh. They had to hold a half hour of TV, and they needed to have at least one. You guys know, are you familiar with red herring, the term red herring?
Yes.
So
Sure.
they needed at least one red herring to hold enough mystery for a half hour. And when you get on to hour-long shows,
Go ahead, Brian.
What did that research look like? I'm thinking about now. One of the things that's kind of amazing to me about Forensic Files is that so many docuseries you see on TV now, I feel like I know of already, like 80% of the cases in some way. Forensic Files, every time I go back, many of these cases were ones that are still cases that have not been subject to major books or even kind of other variations. And what was that process look like? Because I know when I work with students now, like on primary source research, newspapers.com and some of the databases make it easier to scan back historical papers and find crimes that weren't really reported. But what did that look like at the time when you're working on Forensic Files?
Yeah, this would have been, so I started in 2003, and that was right around the time the internet was booming obviously by then, but we used a site mainly called newspapers. What's the one we use now? News Library. And that was a cool site. It was kind of like a primitive version of newspapers. So we actually had access to those two sites, but newspapers.com was in its infancy back then. So this News Library site was cool because you could search any publication. You wouldn't get the authentic, like, you guys know News Library, it's the actual clip, what it looked like at the time. It's a scan of the thing. So News Library was just,
I've never been on it.
No. It's just text articles like you would read on the internet, but you could pull from, you could do it by region. You could be like, I want to look in the Pacific Northwest, and it would be like California, Oregon, this, and you could search by region, search by state, and it's all about the keywords you were typing in. And we also used books, straight up archaic books.
Wow. That's incredible.
We had libraries of just Anne Rule. I mean, all these different true crime authors. Michael Fleeman had a bunch back then. So just, and some of the academic textbooks too, because we would write these stories. There's a major scientific element to it. So we would have these books from all these different experts that we would source then. So it was kind of archaic.
So do you contact the department where that case is involved in and get them on board, or how does that process work?
Yeah, you need to, in order for us to pitch a story, even that, and this is true today, the casting demands are a lot heavier now than they were back then.